In the beginning, there was only one story, and it was owned by Nyame, the sky god. He kept the story in his sky palace, safe and away from everyone. One day, Anansi the Spider decided that this was wrong. People needed stories to live happy lives. So he went to the sky palace and asked Nyame for the stories so he could give them to the people. "I want to help your children laugh and be happy," said Anansi. But when he made this request, Nyame laughed loudly. "Give them stories? You? What makes you think you're qualified?" he asked. "You are just a tiny spider." And Anansi got very angry. "I may be small," he said, "but I am clever. How about we make a deal?" Nyame thought for a moment. "All right," he finally said. "If you are so smart, then prove it. Go and catch Onini the python, Osebo the leopard, and the hornets, Moboro, and bring them to me. If you do, I will give you the stories." Anansi knew these animals were very dangerous, but he accepted the challenge anyway. After some time, he met the first animal, Onini the python, who was very proud of his long body. "Look at how long I am," the python boasted as Anansi approached. "Being this long is very hard work. It's hard being so magnificent. I wish someone would measure me so I know how long I really am." "Well, that's no problem," said Anansi. "I'm sure I have some string around here somewhere." After searching a bit, Anansi found a long piece of string and gave it to the python. "Here, tie one end to your tail and wrap yourself around the tree so I can see how long you are." The python was very happy about this and did as he was told. But after wrapping around the tree many times, he still had a lot of string left over. This string must be shorter than me," he said. "Let me find a longer piece so I can show off properly." While the python went to look for a longer string, Anansi tied the end of the string to the tree. When the python came back with a longer piece of string, he wrapped himself around the tree again, but this time even tighter. However, when he tried to unwrap himself, he realized that he couldn't move. "What's happening?" he cried. "I can't get out." Anansi, who was hiding nearby, started laughing. "It seems you forgot to untie the string from the tree," he said. Then he tied the python's mouth shut with the extra string. "And it also seems you forgot to keep your mouth shut, which is how I'll carry you to the sky palace." With that, Anansi picked up the python and headed for the sky. When he arrived, Nyame was very impressed. "You are indeed clever," he said. "But I promise the stories to whoever brings me all three animals, not just one. So go catch the leopard and the hornets and bring them here." And that's exactly what Anansi did next. On his way to the sky palace, Anansi met Osebo the leopard, who was very proud of her beautiful spots. "Oh, my spots are magnificent," she purred as Anansi approached. "It takes a lot of effort to keep them looking this nice. I wish someone would count them for me so I know how special I really am." Anansi thought quickly and replied, "Well, I'm about to head up to the sky palace. Why don't you jump on my back and I'll count your spots while we fly?" The leopard was delighted and jumped onto Anansi's back. As they flew, Anansi kept counting the leopard's spots until they reached the sky palace. Then he shouted, "Stop!" The leopard panicked. "Why did you stop?" she asked frantically. "There's no time to waste. We need to hurry," Anansi said. "Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Now, just stick out your paw so I can tie this rope around it." The leopard stuck out her paw and Anansi tied the rope tightly. Then he started to climb up the rope towards the palace while the leopard desperately tried to follow. But the more she struggled to climb, the tighter the rope became until she couldn't move anymore. "What have you done?" she cried. "You tricked me. Let me go." But Anansi just kept climbing until he was out of reach. Then he turned around and said, "Looks like your spots didn't save you, huh? Ha ha." And with that, he continued his journey. Finally, Anansi went to where the hornets lived. They were very angry when he arrived. "Leave our home, spider, or we'll sting you," they buzzed angrily. "You wouldn't dare sting me," Anansi said with a smile. "Why not? You're just a tiny spider," the hornets threatened. Then Anansi had an idea. "All right, I'm not going to fight you. I'll play a game instead. Who can fly the highest?" The hornets loved this idea. "That's a great game," they buzzed excitedly. "Let's do it." Then they all took off into the air. After flying higher and higher, Anansi shouted, "Look, there's some rain clouds over there. Let's race to see who gets there first." The hornets saw the clouds and immediately started flying faster. When they got close, Anansi shouted, "Wait, I can't see the rain anymore." I think I'll turn back. Then he pretended to fly downwards. When the hornets saw this, they assumed that it was too dangerous to fly in the rain, so they turned back as well. Unknowingly, they were flying straight into a big spider web that Anansi had set up. Once they were trapped in the web, Anansi quickly started to seal the ends with sticky sap. It seems like you're the ones getting caught in the rain now, Anansi said with a laugh. Then he put the struggling hornets inside a gourd and tied it shut. Finally, he brought the python, the leopard, and the hornets to the sky god. Wow, you really are clever, said Nyame. I will give you the stories. And that's exactly what he did. From that day forward, Anansi shared these stories with the people. That's why we call them Anansiism, or Anansi stories. Once upon a time, there was a terrible flood, but a dove managed to find an empty spot on top of a mountain to rest. She was so exhausted that she fell asleep. When she woke up, she looked around and saw a huge pile of food in front of her. She thought, this must be a gift from God to reward me for surviving the flood. Just then, a raven landed beside her and said, "Did you sleep well?" "Yes, thank you," the dove replied. "I also thought God had sent this food for me." The raven shook his head and said, "No, those are my offerings left by a hunter who wasn't able to catch me." The dove felt embarrassed because she had taken the raven's food. She wanted to apologize, but the raven interrupted her. "Well, I guess we both got lucky," he said. "Look, there's enough food for both of us. Let's share it." And that's exactly what they did.